Welcome back. This is the afternoon matches here. It's a team play. Team BC against Quebec here at the Canadian Championship for boccia. So, nous sommes au championnat canadien de boccia ici dans les parties de l'après-midi avec l'équipe BC contre l'équipe Québec. Dans la boîte numéro 1, nous avons Hanif Maoji. So in box number 1, Hanif Maoji. In box number 2 for Quebec, we have Eric Bussière and Paul Jalbert for BC. And then Danick Allard in box 4 for Quebec. And in box 5, we have Chris Alpin from BC. And in box 6, Dave Richer from Quebec. So these games go to 6N. Every athlete has 2 balls to throw out, and we're going to start here. And with BC starts this match off with the first ball thrown out by Hanif Maoji. So team play is a combination of BC1 players. So on the BC team, we have Hanif Maoji, who is in the BC1 category in box 1. And then you have Chris Alpin in box 5 is also a BC1 player. And Paul Jalbert is a BC2. For Quebec, we have Eric Bussière, who is a BC1 player. And then we have 2 BC2 players, Danick Allard and Dave Richer. They're BC2. So Hanif now is getting ready to throw out his first ball. Very important first ball. And that's a good one for Hanif in this first end of this team play. So now Quebec will have their turn to play. And they throw out, every athlete has 2 ball, and they're going to decide who is going to go and take the first shot for Quebec. Looks like Danick Allard is going to be the one. And that's a very good first ball from for Quebec from Danick Allard. Now it is BC to come to the front of the line to play their next ball. So Paul Jalbert is going to be the one to do that for BC. Donc Paul Jalbert va avoir le travail pour Colombie-Britannique de lancer la prochaine balle. Ce qui est fait. Un peu court de la cible, pas assez pour prendre l'offensive ici. Là, il va demander à quelqu'un d'autre parce que c'est important que les joueurs ne se débarrassent pas de leurs 2 balles tôt dans la manche. On va essayer d'utiliser tous les joueurs afin de maximiser les angles et aussi pour ne pas se bloquer en advenant qu'il y a quelque chose qui se passe. Donc Chris is now going to be getting ready for throwing out his first ball. And it's a good. So, again, short of the. It's a far distance for him in a BC1 to be able to get the ball out at that distance. So the decision is for Paul to take the next shot. Okay, so that's a little bit closer. Still not enough to score. So BC will have to continue shooting their ball, and there's already 4, so there are only 2 balls left. And I think Hanif has 1 and Chris has 1. So Paul's going to go out and give some instructions to Hanif here, where he wants him to throw his ball. One of the options right now is to get Hanif to push that red ball forward. Hopefully, thinking that might be what he's trying to do, or put a ball in front of the jack to take away the shot for Dave, or to minimize Dave's opportunity to go straight to the jack. So a couple options here, see which one they are successful in doing. And not enough. So it looks like Hanif is out of ball, and Paul. So Chris is the only one left with one ball. So he needs to at least create some traffic in front there for Dave from Quebec. Dave Richer from Quebec in the box 6. So he's trying to. He should try to maybe put some ball at least in front there, so to hinder Dave in box 6 to access free access to the jack. And that's a good toss, but it's too far, so the ball is out of play. So now that all the balls have been thrown from BC, is Quebec now has 5 balls remaining, and they're going to go and see the play and the options for them. So the captain, Dave, is calling out all his players to come and see what's going on, so they'll maybe be able to strategize for the next few shots what they want to do. So I don't know if some of you are aware that Dave Richer has 2 careers. He's actually a comedian and actor, so if you Google him, you will find some of his work out there. So he does bring in a little bit of a humor to the team, but he's when he takes his bocce very serious. So it will be Danick to take this shot right now. So I think that Dave has given him his job, and see if he's able to execute it. Donc, c'est au tour de Danick de prendre. Le Québec a décidé que Danick va aller lancer sa balle, et on va voir s'il réussit à exécuter le lancer qui a été prescrit par le capitaine. Et il a manqué la cible. Il allait pour une poussée. Le but, c'était de sortir une des balles rouges de la région, puis enlever le bloc à Dave. Peut-être qu'il est allé un petit peu trop vite avec ça, là, on va voir. Là, c'est Éric. Éric Bussière, c'est un joueur dans la catégorie BC1 qui a eu la médaille, je crois, il y a la médaille d'argent hier en BC1. Je vais aller vous confirmer ça. Médaille de bronze hier en individuel pour Éric Bussière du Québec. Là, c'est Dave qui va y aller. Dave a été un peu fort, donc ça a l'air comme si ces 2 balles sont sorties. Un peu trop agressif ici sur la balle. On va vérifier si la balle rouge est sortie. Ça, c'est un peu décevant ici pour le Québec. Donc c'est important maintenant de placer une balle bleue près du cochonnet, sinon on a plusieurs points pour BC. Donc ça, c'est des choses qui arrivent. On veut être agressif, puis on prend des chances, et on a sorti son point. Mais Dave, il reste une balle, donc on a encore, c'est pas fini, là. Éric va être capable de placer une balle à l'intérieur du périmètre où la balle rouge Peut-être à ce stage-ci, on aurait pu prendre le temps d'indiquer à Éric quelle balle qu'il devait dépasser. Mais peut-être de sa chaise, c'est assez évident. Éric a droit à un assistant sportif pour lui donner la balle parce qu'il est à la catégorie de BC1. Et oui! Beau lancer d'Éric Bussière. Il a fait ça comme un champion. Donc, Éric est confiant. Il veut aller lancer la prochaine balle. Vraiment, il y a juste deux options ici. C'est soit Dave ou Éric. Wow, Éric va prendre un peu plus de temps. Il y a beaucoup de spasticité ici au niveau des BC1. Il doit se regrouper. Et donc, une deuxième balle ici près du cochonnet d'Éric. Donc, il a compté 2 points ici pour l'équipe du Québec. Donc, on se réchappe ici. De justesse, ça aurait pu être une situation assez difficile, mais on a réussi à reprendre 2 points de la part du Québec. Donc, autour de Dave. D'y aller avec aussi une autre petite poussée de la balle rouge qui risque à lui capable de lui produire 3 points ici. So Quebec has thrown out some pretty interesting shots here. Eric saves the day by putting in two balls in there close to the jack. And Dave, with the final shot, looks like it possibly 3 points for them. Obviously, the referee will be measuring the closest red. Donc, l'arbitre s'y va mesurer la balle rouge la plus près pour vérifier combien de points l'équipe du Québec a été capable de faire dans cette manche. Donc, ce qui est apparu comme une peine perdue une fois que 2 balles ont été sorties, ça se reprend assez vite. Heureusement, Éric a fait son travail pour remettre son équipe dans le droit chemin. Donc, Eric was able to come back with some very, very good shots. Two balls there to score. So we'll wait for the referee to tell us the final score here. I think she's 2 blue. OK, so Québec prend une avance ici de 2-0 contre la Colombie-Britannique. So in the second end, the first end, it's 2-0 for Québec. On se prépare maintenant pour la deuxième manche. Le Québec, Éric Bussière va avoir le cochonnet ici pour lancer la première balle. Donc, on lui donne son assistant sportif, lui vient de lui donner le cochonnet. So, Eric Bussière from Quebec will be throwing out the jack ball in the second end, which is done. Now, he needs to have a good first ball. So, he's the one that's responsible for throwing out a first ball here. Donc, sa première balle, elle va être très importante en ce moment. Ici, se place pour lancer sa première balle. Et voilà. Une bonne première balle. Un peu trop de distance ici. La Colombie-Britannique va avoir quand même un cochonnet ouvert. Donc, that was first ball from Eric was a bit short of the mark, but and now it will be BC to see if we can cover the jack. Chris from BC, Chris Alpin, will be the one given that job right now. Okay, so that's enough to beat the Quebec shot, but the jack still is open to anyone right now. So that will be the first thing that they'll want to do is get close to that jack and cover it up. Which is done. Danik Allard is a fairly new player to boccia. He's a BC2, so a very good addition to the team. He's calm and he's able to really execute some very, very good shots in spite of his years. He's not that old of a player. So Chris Alpin now with the from BC, winding up for his shot. And an excellent shot here from Chris. He really likes that having the jack in front of him like that in a short distance. That's definitely an advantage for Chris. Donc voici le Québec qui maintenant doit passer à l'offensive. Et vont essayer... Danik ici suggère le lob à Dave. Mais... ils ont décidé que Dave irait prendre son lancer parce que c'est important quand même que Danik garde une balle, étant donné qu'il est devant le cochonnet. Il ne faudrait pas qu'il se débarrasse des deux balles tout de suite. Donc, c'est Dave qui va lancer. Et voilà, c'est la petite poussée qui a fait en sorte que Québec reprenne le dessus de cette manche. So now BC will see if they'll be able to get, looks like Hanif might be the one trying to push the red forward. So instead of Hanif, Paul will go. He's in a better position and he has more power there to push that ball. Maybe get rid of the blue. So a couple of options he's discussing with Hanif, see what is the best choice. communication between players is sometimes difficult with nonverbal athletes, but they know each other for a long time now. So it definitely eye signals, just head gestures, they help them to communicate. So the final decision is to send Anif to throw the ball. So he's getting ready, getting a good grip on the ball. Nice one, Anif. Nice and strong. So we'll see if that was enough to get the red to get closer to the jack. And that was enough. So Hanif actually did a good job there and by pushing the red towards the jack. So Québec again. Donc c'est au tour de Québec de changer ici et reprendre l'offensive. C'est Dave Richer qui va y aller. Excellent, excellent. Donc, avec ça, on vient de cacher un peu le cochonnet, malgré que la meilleure chose, c'est qu'en ce moment, il est derrière la balle bleue, mais il y a encore plusieurs balles rouges qui peuvent être poussées vers le cochonnet en ce moment. Et Paul Jalbert va essayer de, définitivement, ça va être son objectif maintenant. Il a décidé peut-être de prendre le temps de réaligner sa chaise. So Paul here has decided to maybe get a little closer, line up his chair a bit. So his job right now is to try to push a red towards the jack. He had the right idea here, just not enough, just enough to move it a bit, but not enough to bring it to scoring. Looks like Hanif has a ball left and Paul has a ball left. And I think that Hanif has a good position here to push the red forward here towards the jack. Has a good angle. Or Paul, either one. I think Paul will try it again. And, that's... So Hanif is the one left with one ball, and he's in a good position there. Hanif can push those balls forward. If he gets a good swing like he did earlier, he's able to push that ball. So it isn't over until the last ball is thrown.
1 minute.
So the 1 minute timer has been given. That's the only thing that will be challenging for Hanif is to be able to make a shot with 1 minute left and keep the accuracy and stay calm. Oh, nice try. So so right now the referee has indicated that Quebec is scoring 1. Donc ici le Québec en 1. So they got to decide now what they're going to do. So again, because of the red ball in front there, Danik has one. He could probably try to push the blue forward, but if he misses, he can push the red forward and change the results of this end. So again, the teams are in the position where they need to decide. Donc l'équipe ici est en train de discuter s'ils devaient continuer et essayer de faire d'autres points ou prendre le point. Parce qu'il y a quand même le risque. Eric est bloqué de son côté pour pousser le rouge. Danick serait peut-être le seul à pouvoir passer entre les deux puis faire un autre point. Mais s'il y a une erreur puis il pousse la bleue, ça va rendre leur vie assez difficile. Donc, la décision est d'arrêter et de garder le point. Donc, concéder les deux balles qui restent. Ils doivent les donner à l'arbitre afin de confirmer. Donc, l'arbitre va confirmer le pointage ici. Donc, the referee will confirm that Quebec has scored 1 in this end. I'm waiting for the official, and it is 1. So now Quebec keeps the lead to 3-0 in this second end. Donc, 3-0 dans la deuxième manche ici, et on vous revient dans 1 minute. Donc, un avertissement de 15 secondes a été donné pour commencer la troisième manche. Ici, dans la troisième manche, nous allons voir la Colombie-Britannique. So, BC will start the third end here with Paul Jalbert throwing out the jack ball. So, we're midway for this game. That have a total of 6 ends. So, the referee has given Paul Jalbert from BC the jack ball for this end to start. And the ball is in. Oh my goodness. Bon, that was very, very close, cutting it close to the line there. If that jack had gone out, the BC team would have lost the jack, and Quebec would have gone so Paul's going to have to be careful here that he doesn't make contact with the jack because he risks pushing it out. Donc ici, le cochonnet est très proche de la ligne de côté, et c'est pour ça que là, Paul a fait attention, parce que s'il avait poussé le cochonnet à l'extérieur, le cochonnet serait mis dans le centre du terrain. Donc là, maintenant, le Québec va sortir pour aller voir encore le Québec ici avec une balle, un cochonnet si proche de la ligne de côté. C'est vraiment, vraiment... on a des décisions à prendre. Parfois, la stratégie serait de vraiment faire sortir le cochonnet, mettre une balle au centre, faire sortir le cochonnet, parce qu'il y a des grandes chances, il est comme à quelques centimètres. So, couple of strategies here. You might want to put a ball in the middle of the court, because if the jack ball is pushed out, it will make its way to the middle of the court, and then you already have a ball there. So I'm not sure what they might try to just draw to the jack right now. It looks like they're not opting for that. Donc, Eric vient de perdre sa balle ici. Je vous dis, moi, personnellement, là, j'ai mon opinion sur cette stratégie, mais on va laisser les athlètes agir. Donc, ça fait 2 balles à l'extérieur ici pour le Québec. Donc, we're going to wait here what Quebec decides to do, but it looks like maybe Danick is aiming for the... maybe aiming for a possibility of the center of the court right now. Not sure. And... OK. Donc, il y a 3 balles à l'extérieur ici. Excusez, on m'a donné le contrôle. Donc, le Québec vient d'approcher ici. Il y a 3 balles sorties. So, Quebec has already 3 balls out. They need to start thinking about the next shot because, again, that jack is so close to the line. The jack is so close to the line that they have to decide what they want to do here. Because it could be any team pushing that jack out. Well, we'll let them play out. Donc, je vais juste vous rappeler ici que j'ai fait une erreur. Ici, on a 2 Éric dans l'équipe du Québec et c'est pas Éric Bussière qui est là en deuxième case. C'est bien Éric Lefebvre. Donc, je m'excuse pour Éric. Il y a 2 Éric, mais j'avais pas définitivement pas le bon dernier nom. Donc, Éric Lefebvre, merci à François Bourbonnière, un ancien joueur qui m'a aidé à rectifier cette erreur. Okay, so now it's BC who has full reign of this third end. We'll see how it plays out. Right now, not sure if the referee has indicated who is closest, but from this vantage point, looks like red still has the point. So they need to score here without pushing that jack ball out. So BC is still deciding on who is the best person to take the shot. And Paul has decided to use Chris as the next person to shoot the ball. And he throws it really, really short. Or maybe put a block for himself here. We'll see. So now we're asking Hanif to throw the next ball. So he's going to have to stay close to... Well, right now, Quebec did at least a block for Hanif and a block for Paul. And Chris sends himself a block for himself. So we'll see how if Hanif can get around this block. Might not be enough for a second point, and ask the referee to measure or to tell them. Right now it's one red for sure. So Paul is going to go and try if he can sneak in there around that block and getting a little closer to score 2. And that's just a little bit long, so it's out and out of play. So with one ball left, we'll see if Chris is able to get close to the jack and score a second point here for BC. Nice strong shot here from Chris, but the ball is out. Hanif has one ball left, and we'll see if he can get around to push maybe his ball that he just threw out earlier. Oh, a little push there. Maybe it was enough. We'll see. That was a very good shot for Hanif there. Good effort at trying to push that ball forward. So we'll see if he was able to score 2. I think she might need to take a measuring tape out. So l'arbitre va mesurer ici pour les deux équipes. On va utiliser tendance à voir les arbitres utiliser une autre méthode de mesure quand que les balles sont aussi loin. Mais c'est qu'est-ce qu'elle utilise, elle décide d'utiliser en ce moment. So it looks like Hanif's shot really created a point for BC. So his last shot actually scored. So good for him. And if I heard well, it's 2 for red. So here we go. In the third end, we have a score of 3-2. Quebec 3 and BC 2. So we have a new game. Definitely anything can happen at this point. So very good. Just a 1-point spread here. So again, in 1 minute, we'll be starting the fourth end of this team's game. Here we go. In this fourth end, Danny Calais from Québec will be throwing out the jack ball. Donc, c'est au tour au Québec d'avoir le cochonnet et il décide de le placer juste devant lui. Et la première balle ici lancée dans quelques instants. Ah, très bonne première balle. So we'll have Hanif now will be throwing out the first ball for BC. He's getting ready for his shot, and very good shot from Hanif. Donc maintenant, au tour de Québec pour le prochain lancer. Il faut vraiment, vraiment faire des bonnes décisions ici. Il faut penser à notre affaire puis réussir nos lancers. Parce que à ce niveau ici, là, des erreurs, ça peut être très coûteux. Donc, on demande à Éric là, de faire son travail comme il est capable de faire. Éric Lefebvre, un BC1 ici pour l'équipe du Québec. Médaillé de bronze en individuel ici dans les catégories BC1 au championnat canadien. Très bien, mais un peu trop à droite. Dave demande à Éric Lefebvre de prendre un deuxième lancer. Donc ça, c'est un important lancer ici de Éric. Et voilà ce qui est une réussite complète et absolue. Très bon lancer à Éric Lefebvre. Il adore, Éric, jouer en équipe. Je vous te dis qu'il aime avoir le support de ses coéquipiers, puis ça fait vraiment une différence. Donc, BC now approaching the front, and Paul will take a shot at the jack. And again, a very good shot here from for BC, but Quebec remains closer to the jack at this point. So we will ask Hanif to see if Hanif can maybe push the red ball in or go straight to the jack. So if Hanif can push the blue back a little bit, so there's a nice little backboard for him to not be afraid to go and actually have his ball sit in that little pocket there. We need a nice shot here from Hanif. Beauty shot. Wow. So that was, again, the BC1 athletes are really, really into this game and giving everything they have right now. Donc, les BC1 ont fait des beaux lancers ici pour leur équipe. Hanif Mauji, BC1 gold medalist during this Canadian Championship. So he has shown why he is a gold medalist with this last shot. Donc maintenant, au tour à Dave Richer du Québec de se préparer pour son lancer. So Dave has asked Danick to push the blue ball that's in front of him. Donc la balle bleue devant lui, Dave a demandé à Danick de pousser vers le cochonnet cette balle. Il a manqué de justesse la cible. Puis il lui reste plus de balles. Manqué de justesse la balle bleue ici. Donc, Québec n'a plus de balles à lancer maintenant. BC est en bonne position ici. On a de l'espace. Il faut simplement surveiller la balle bleue qui est en avant. Donc, Paul a de la place. Hanif, je ne sais pas s'il lui reste une balle. Chris est bloqué, à moins qu'il aille à la droite du jeu. Donc, Paul va venir vérifier qu'est-ce que Chris il peut voir. Avant de prendre une décision. C'est ça. Il lui dit, essaye de rentrer en arrière, là, puis pousser une de ses rouges vers le cochonnet. So Chris is going to take the shot here, see if he can squeak in behind the jack here on the right side of the jack. So no harm done here. Pushing the red forward, even though he hit the blue ball, is not a problem because there was a red behind it, stopping it from going any further. So this is when Paul would like to be a switch hitter here. He'd be better off on the other side, but he's a right hand. And he's going there onto the left of the jack. Had to be careful. He didn't want to get too close to the blue. And now Chris is left with one ball. Donc BC il reste une balle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C'est ça. Et c'est Chris qui a la dernière balle. Ils vont aller voir la situation. Ils vont décider qu'est-ce qu'ils veulent faire en ce moment. Pourrait peut-être demander à l'arbitre combien de points qu'ils ont. So 1 minute timer has been given. 1 minute left in this end. And Chris will make his way to this box because he's the only one left with the ball. So he better be in there when it's time to throw the ball. So he's thinking about getting set up already. They can see the last ball because there's too risky right now. So they will take the points that they make for this end. We'll wait for the confirmation from the referee. And she's asking the captains to come forward. Or at least a representative from each team to come forward. And confirm the measurements. So the referee here will be giving us the final verdict of the score for this fourth end. Looks like it's 2 red. Oh, 3 red. So this has been a very good end for BC. So bringing the score for BC 5-3 in the fourth end. We get 2 more ends here. And we'll be back in 1 minute for the start of the next end. So we are back here for the 5th end in this game. Again, very good end for the 4th end for BC. They have been able to catch up and also take the lead here in this game. So Chris Alpin for BC throws out the jack ball. He puts that in play without any problem. So now he's going to throw out his first ball. Again, crucial here. 2 more ends. Definitely Quebec wants to score some points on this end to be able to get in closer, because his scoring here is going to be minimal because of the high level of play. Nobody's going to give him an inch, that's for sure. And that's a very good first ball here. Donc maintenant, autour de Québec de contrer ce lancer. Et on espère qu'ils vont pouvoir le faire avec le moins de balles possible. So the goal is to gain the advantage right now and not waste any shots. Donc c'est Dave Richer qui va y aller avec la première balle pour le Québec dans cette 5e manche. Et bon. Bon, on est content ici avec cette balle. Donc, ça, c'est très important en ce moment ici, là, d'être sur le cochonnet. Donc, très bon lancer de la part de Dave Richer ici. So, Paul Jalbert is going to try to match that or better it. So, Paul there is not able to get off to the jack, but definitely thinking the 2 ball is good in the front for the So here we have it here. Hanif is getting ready for BC to throw out the ball. Again with the jack ball and in the blue. Well, that's a good shot because definitely we need to stay close. With this lead, you do not want to leave any space for the other team to score more maybe than 1 or 2 at this point. 2 to the max, because there is a 2-point differential here in this 5th end going into this 5th end. So they definitely want to play it safe. And stop Quebec from scoring more than 1 point here is the goal. So Chris is going to get ready for his next shot. And he's a little bit off to the right of the target here. Maybe you should have thought about lining up his chair a bit. Sometimes he forgets to do that. But Paul will go out and see what's the next move. Donc Paul de l'École Colombie-Britannique va sortir et aller voir c'est quoi qu'il veut faire pour son prochain lancer. Definitely they want to close in the gap and definitely cause some traffic in front of the jack here because Dave has a powerful shot and so does Danik. So that's what they're trying to do here is just maybe protect this 1 point. So Paul is going to give instructions here to Hanif with his last ball and what he wants him to do. And they want to make sure that the two athletes understand each other. And he's giving those instructions to Hanif right now.
1 minute. 1 minute.
So they've been given a 1 minute warning here. So Hanif has 1 minute to make his shot, get into his playing area.
Seconds.
30 seconds now. And a very good shot. Actually created a big block there for, I guess, the two BC2 players from Quebec. So they're going to go and see now what the situation is. So there is definitely a block there. It's... So, not sure what Québec has decided. Je ne suis pas certain qu'est-ce que le Québec ont décidé de faire, mais c'est sûr et certain qu'ils vont essayer quelque chose à ce stade. Je ne peux pas s'asseoir sur une marge de 2 points. Il faut aller pour le tout. Donc, c'est Danick du Québec qui va y aller avec son lancer. Ça a l'air comme s'il veut peut-être faire un lob. Il a essayé. Ce qui n'a pas réussi, sa balle a sorti maintenant. So Dave is going to try his shot. Not sure what he's going to want to do or what he can do at this point. So there's definitely four red balls in front of him. On va voir qu'est-ce que Dave va pouvoir faire ici avec ce lancer. S'il va y aller en puissance. Ah, peut-être qu'il a créé de l'espace ici pour Eric. So he's created an opening here for Eric. And see if Eric can go and draw to at least the front of the jack. And then give us maybe his second ball a push. So we'll see if he's able to get in there. Donc, Eric se prépare pour son lancer. Difficile à dire si Dave veut qu'il rentre dans l'espace en avant ou en arrière du cochonnet. Ou s'il peut utiliser sa balle bleue en arrière pour un ricochet vers le cochonnet. Donc, ça, c'est deux options. Définitivement, avoir une balle pour arrêter sa balle, c'est plus facile. Et c'est ça qu'il essayait de faire. Mais c'est pas réussi parce que les balles rouges sont plus proches. Eric est un joueur non verbal. C'est sûr que c'est plus difficile pour lui de communiquer ses besoins et aussi qu'est-ce que ses intentions sont. Mais les athlètes comprennent ses expressions et donc ils puissent communiquer. Donc, oh mon Dieu, Très, très beau lancer. S'il y avait un petit peu moins de force sur ça, là, puis il risquait définitivement de compter un point. Donc, Danick, il y a... C'est juste Danick qui reste une balle. il voulait peut-être monter un scénario pour Dave, mais on réalise que c'est juste lui qui a une dernière balle. Donc, il pourrait peut-être utiliser une des balles rouges pour aller vers le cochonnet. Mais à ce point-ci, l'angle est très, très fermé pour Danick. So, they're looking at options. Not many options open to him, but definitely he can try something using one of the red balls to bounce in front. We'll see what he is able to do. The important thing is you need to keep this point here for Québec. Donc, Québec, la chose la plus importante, c'est de maintenir son point ici parce qu'on ne veut pas aller dans la dernière manche avec un déficit de 3 ou 4 points. Donc, une minute a été donnée à l'équipe. Bel effort, bel effort. L'important, c'est qu'on garde le point. C'est ça qui est important ici. Et semblerait c'est qu'est-ce qui est réussi. Un point pour bleu. Donc, Québec compte un point, ce qui réduit la marge de 5 à 4 ici à la fin d'une 5e manche. The fifth end here, Québec adds a point to narrow the margin 5-4 for BC. So get ready for a very exciting last end here, Quebec, BC. With a 1 point differential, we're looking for something very exciting here in the last end. On vous revient dans une minute dans la dernière manche ici de la partie Québec contre Colombie-Britannique au championnat canadien ici à Victoria. Donc, on s'apprête à commencer la 6e manche. We're getting ready for the 6th end. Dave Richer, Quebec is as the jack, and they will throw out. The jack is in play, and now is first ball. Very important here, can go any way. This match is a 1 point difference. So that's a very, very good first ball for Quebec. On the jack, in front of the jack. But not definitely not impossible for BC to move that, but we'll see what they're able to do. Bonne game. Okay, I think it's decided that Hanif will be the one throwing out the first ball for BC. He's got a good angle, and Hanif, again, very, very, very capable of getting to that distance and actually be on the jack. So hopefully he can pull it off for his team right now and show what he's made of. Donc, autour d'Hanif de lancer sa balle pour son équipe. Excellent, excellent lancé. Excellent. That's a very, very good shot. Again, keeping right now, it's crucial for BC to stay close to this jack, create a lot of traffic around the jack, and stay in the game, not having too much opening, because this is going to make a difference between a winner or loss. So we'll turn Chris Alpin now for the second ball for BC in this last end. Nice shot here. Again, keeping the balls in close. The BC ones are really producing some incredible shots here for the team. So Paul would be the third one to throw out a ball. Again, he will probably try to push in Hanif's red. If I was him, that's what I would try to do. And he did, but not enough. But again, keeping the balls in front, close. So sometimes it's not to the advantage of the other team that they take so many balls to make to beat their shot, because it creates a lot of traffic for them. And Paul missed his target there. So he's going to ask Chris now to see if he can push the red ball forward. And very good shot here from Chris, but not enough to make this BC to score here right now. So looks like Hanif is the man to do this right now. He's the one with the only one left with a ball. So if he can push in one of the reds towards the jack. But then again, BC's in a good position in a way, because they're definitely creating a lot of traffic. But Dave is open. Danik and Eric are a little bit blocked. So Quebec will need 1 to tie and 2 to win this game, unless Hanif is able to push the ball towards the jack. Falls short of the target here. So c'est au tour de Québec maintenant de regarder la situation. OK. Comme c'est là, ils ont le point pour l'égalité. Ça va prendre un point pour gagner. Donc, c'est la seule chose en ce moment, c'est d'essayer de gagner qui est un point, un autre point. Donc, il faut faire 2 points dans cette manche. So Quebec is, the pressure is on them to create 2 points here. And as soon as they score 2, I think it will be game over. So Dave is going to be the one to try to do that for his team. Donc c'est Dave qui va y aller avec le lancer. On va espérer de pouvoir produire un point ici. Donc là, il va avec il est allé avec une poussée pour ouvrir un peu d'espace pour Danik Allard pour qu'il puisse entrer avec sa balle. So he has a nice little backdrop here. He has lots of space. He can get in there without a problem. If he gets one ball in there, and nice and tight to the red. we'll see what he does here. Everybody's quiet. And there it is. There it is. Excellent shot here. Danick a un lancé incroyable ici. So it's confirmed the smart move here from Dave is sending his player in to see, to confirm that they actually have 2 points, because you never want to, you never know. I mean, I know the referee is doing an excellent job and she's called it, but it's very, very important to go verify that at every time. It has to be ingrained in every athlete to go and see for themselves the verdict of the referee. And here we have a situation where it only took 1 more point to win this game, and all they need is a win. So the Quebec team has conceded the rest of the balls and will be taking 2 points in this end for a final result 6-5. 6-5 against BC. An excellent game here. Excellent playing. The BC1s, BC2, everybody producing some very, very incredible shots. Donc c'était vraiment une partie excitante et impressionnante de tous les beaux lancers de part et d'autre de tous les athlètes. Donc c'est vraiment fun de voir des parties comme ça très, très proches. Excitant jusqu'à la dernière seconde. Donc, merci ici pour m'avoir suivi durant cette partie en équipe. Je répète, le Québec a gagné cette partie 6-5 contre la Colombie-Britannique. And so, final result here is 6-5 for Quebec at the Canadian Bocce Championship in team play. And we'll be starting another game, and shortly we will have our next game. Stay tuned for Ontario and Nova Scotia and Alberta combination in BC3 pairs. So the next game, Pacific time at 1:30. Actually, no, we've changed the times. It's 2:30, right? Sorry here, I know I have, yes, modified time here at 2:30. Okay, thank you very much.